Hi, my name is Ravi. I'm the founder and managing director of Filamentive, and Filamentive specialise in sustainable 3D printing materials with a focus on using recycled plastics to reduce the impact of 3D printing on the environment. So we've been with 3DG by Reef for more than 3 years now. It's been a really good period for us. We've naturally grown our sales, but also exposed the brand to really big industry players who are using 3D printing for prototypes, tooling, and even end-use parts. And increasingly 3D printing, whilst fundamentally additive, it does generate waste. So if there can be less plastic waste from the actual cardboard reels that we use, which are 100% recyclable, if the materials can be a bioplastic or contain recycled plastic, working with 3DG by Reef ensures that if 3D printing is being used in industry, it's being used in a more sustainable way. So recently we've launched PLA Tough. PLA Tough is an industry-focused PLA material that is still a bioplastic and still produced with our sustainable cardboard reel, but it offers the mechanical performance of ABS. It has impact resistance 750% more than regular PLA. So this has been really profound in terms of being able to meet the needs of industry. So going beyond prototyping for tooling, manufacturing aids, and even end-use parts that can be printed in PLA very easily, very simply, and very sustainably, but are offering those characteristics that industry need. The feedback's been overwhelmingly positive, and it's been really good to see PLA Tough being used in industry. So the show's been terrific so far. Even in spite of all the challenges going on, there's been some really quality conversations being had. I think with Filamentive in particular, the conversation is always around sustainability. How can we make 3D printing more sustainable, less wasteful? And you know, in terms of material, that goes as far as the recycled plastics, using the cardboard reels. But a very recent launch of ours is the Eco-Responsible 3D Printing Alliance, which is more of a collective. It's a group of like-minded companies in the AM space, whether that's material companies, 3D printing service providers, industry partners, that are really coming together and saying, look, if we all work together, it's about reducing the environmental impact. So it's not just recycled plastics, it's carbon offset. So now we're offering 100% carbon offset versus the plastic produced, together with ecology. But we're also having conversations about 3D printing waste. How can we reduce the waste in 3D printing, but also recycle and upcycle the waste that's created? And I think these are really important conversations, and as we go into 2022, we really want to develop the Eco-Responsible Alliance, but also increase our capability to reduce plastic waste and harness a circular economy. So at the moment we're offering more than 20 different materials, and that ranges from the classic and conventional PLA, which is recycled PLA, through to PETG, carbon fibre PETG, and very recently the launch of Filamentive Pro, which specialises in high performance plastic, so PEEK, Ultim, PPSU. We've seen a really big uptake within industry that are using these materials to replace metal in some instances, and to have these materials that are supplied on a sustainable spool from a company that has sustainable credentials as well as we possibly can. I think that's been quite a big impact. PLA is used primarily in prototyping, but one of our highlight and one of my personal favourite applications is Open Bionics. Open Bionics are a really cool company that are specialising in prosthetic limbs, so producing 3D printed bionic arms for children with limb difficulties and also amputees. So to see our PLA used in that application is really profound. Going beyond that, we're seeing ASA used frequently. ASA being an ABS-like material that has UV resistance, and that UV stability means that we can produce parts that are for outdoors or in sunlight. So we're seeing some really important end-use applications that are only made possible because these materials are UV resistant. Going beyond the kind of technical and functional applications, some of our more exotic plastics, such as the wood PLA, the cosmic PLA, which contains glitter, are being used in 3D printed consumer products, so homeware, things that are 3D printed as a product to sell, and it has that value added of being made from a bioplastic but also recycled plastic. So we're increasingly seeing entrepreneurs and new businesses using our materials to create products that they sell, which is really a privilege and we're really proud to see. So using Filamentive, you're able to reduce the environmental impact of your 3D printing.